And good morning, it's Dennis here at orangequant.com, here for KingMakerForex.com. It is now September 4th, Thursday, 2014, and it is just about 3 minutes after 12 noon in New York City, and we're here to report on the outcome of that infamous CHF yen, that is the Swiss franc yen pair trade, which finally worked out the way we wanted it to work out, more or less. And you might want to go back and watch that video. It's really educational, the video we did as a preliminary. We did this yesterday while we were still in trouble and explaining why we were staying in the trade. It was a trade where I fell asleep, and when I woke up I was in trouble. I didn't have a stop loss. I was really cocky, so I got in deep trouble and made the decision to stay. In the previous video explained why I stayed in and what I expected to do. I was looking to clean house for 100 pips on it after I got in trouble because of some things that Kingmaker was showing me. Actually, I got out. I think I took them for about 50 or 60 pips here. It's like a 14.7% gain on the trade. Might as well say 15%, but who's counting? Well, I am, of course. Especially since this is an authentication video to show you how well Kingmaker Forex works. And the idea was to demonstrate here, once I got in trouble, how you use Kingmaker to handle a bad trade. Now, I'm not going to go back through all the details of that. As I say, the video is there. I put it up yesterday while I was still in deep, dark trouble. And you can watch that. It's definitely worth a watch, especially now. Now, I'd absolutely love to crow about this trade, but as my dad taught me many years ago, the same things that make you laugh, the very same things will also make you cry. So I'm just going to say whoopee, alright, and let it go at that. Here's what happened. First off, let me show you. I got out early. As I said, I was looking for 100, decided to get out now. Here's the account number. Okay, and bring it back up. There is the exit right there, that blue triangle. And I'm going to shrink this down so you can see where I got in, which would have been Monday night, Labor Day. Let me start shrinking it. Let's see how I can do that here. Alrighty. Shrink. Alright, now you can see where I got in, way over here. Fell asleep with no stop loss like an idiot. And you can see just how bad it got. It carried up from, I was in at 113.56, and it swung way up there. I was like $200 down. Oh, you can't even see how bad it got. Hold on a second. There. Now you can see how bad it got. Okay, 112.56 is where I got in. I mean, 113.56 is where I got in. It went all the way up to like 114.53, I think it was. And at that point, you know, it looked pretty bleak. I was more than $200 down on a $1,000 account at one point. And this is an hourly chart of the CHF yen pair, as I call it. The fancy names, you know, the Swissy yen and all that. I don't want to confuse people who might be new to the business. So it's the Swiss yen pair, the CHF yen, as I call it. And it was a short trade, as you can obviously see, or maybe not obviously until you see the history and the gain on it. Now, when I got up this morning and I saw what happened, I got curious about what did all this damage specifically. I mean, I had my indicators, my Kingmaker indicators. You're going to see that in a few minutes. And if you look at the last video, you'll actually see more detail of it. Anyhow, I got curious and I looked at the news, the calendar, economic calendar, and it had something to do with the pound and the euro. I don't know what those guys announced, but they did some real wreckage. Alright, let me show you the history. And remember, please, my time is Mountain Time, so it's 2 hours behind New York time, okay? Now I'm going to click the history button, bring up that panel so you can see that this is authentic. And here we go. Here it is. Now I'm going to do something I don't usually do, because I was noticing in the videos that because I changed the quality of the video for quick uploading, some of the numbers aren't, they're a little blurry. So I am going to increase the magnification on this. And here we go. I hit it twice, and that way you'll be able to see it. Now let me show you the account number. Alright, as I typically do, it's the same account number as you can see. And now I slide up, and we start over here with the dates. Let me see if it'll move up. Yeah, there. Goody. I'm trying to bring it up to where I entered the trade. Okay. Now, you can see that I entered this trade short. That's why it says sell market right there. Pardon me. And I gotta pause. Oh no, I better not pause. Excuse me, the air here gets so dry sometimes. Okay, I'll just scroll across. Coughing notwithstanding, you'll have to bear with me on that. And now I gotta scroll this across so you can still see what went on. We were at 10:21. Well, there's interest being deducted because I was on the wrong side of the carry trade on this. You can see we were at 10:21.36. Pardon me. And then eventually, when we exited, we added about 150 bucks to that. Now I'm going to scroll back the other way so you can follow along, and then I'll take it on back, and that way you can piece together what happened. Okay, 9/4/14 is when we closed the trade, and it was at 11:14 New York time in the morning today, September 4, 2014. Alright, let's close the history panel and get me a sip of coffee or something to clear my throat up. And I'm going to pause the video while I do that. Okay, I mentioned the news, and so I may as well bring that up to show just what did happen. Alright. And the news as it developed, shrink this down, drag it across. Alright, this was Thursday, September the 4th, and you can see down there, starting around, this is Mountain Time that it's showing here, and starting around the time of that collapse, pardon me, pause again. Okay, you can see what did it down here. The pound with the interest rate decisions and asset purchases, and these were rated as very strong influencers of the market. And then it came on down here, the Eurozone. I think that's the Eurozone flag. They've got a couple different flags, one for the Eurozone and one for the European Union, but anyway, interest rate decisions and other matters. And I did not know all that was in play yesterday when I made the video. but it worked in my favor, and that's a good thing. Now over here at my TD Ameritrade account with the Thinkorswim platform where we run KingMaker, here you can see what we talked about in the video yesterday. Just to show you the little update here. We were talking about this plot connecting with the red and green plot. And it was already hooking downwards towards it. You can see that the lower half of the blue plum colored plot did go down and just about connect. And I had said I was looking for this to shed anywhere from 100 to 200 pips. It actually dumped just about 100 here, actually more than that. If we measure it from down here, it actually dumped about 150 pips so far. Okay, so we had that part right. There was something else on this, the emerald divergence, and let's show you that here. And that was this KingMaker Emerald, and I was pointing out that it was reaching a resistance point, which didn't mean it wouldn't go through, but it did not go through as I was expecting. I'm speaking a little confused here. It was touching, barely reaching resistance, and I was saying it could blow through or it could not blow through. If it did not blow through, then it was confirming everything else. So as you can see, it bent away from it. Okay, there, I shrunk the view so you could see what I was talking about. It was actually, yesterday it was reaching up much closer to it. It obviously didn't like the game and bent away. There was one more thing I want to mention here that actually has nothing to do with yesterday's video, but it's kind of a peek at what may be coming. I'm going to pull this up. Golly. Okay. Let me pause this so I can manipulate the screen. Alright, this is KingMaker 12 down here, which you've seen before in a much earlier incarnation of the video. And what's important down here with KingMaker 12, I can't make it shrink anymore, that's okay. Okay, you can barely see it, but right here that pink line is starting up again to cross the green line. And in this case, this algorithm on this pair, the Swiss yen pair, it may be signaling a further dip. It hasn't yet crossed. We'll have to see how that plays out. But that might give us the other 50 pips that I was looking for. Alright, I'm Dennis, KingMakerForex.com, and as my daddy used to say, the same things that make you laugh, the very, very same things will also make you cry. In this case, I got lucky and it worked the opposite. What was making me cry turned out to make me laugh. You have a great day and good luck to you, and do not fall asleep on a trade, and do not be arrogant and cocky and fail to set a stop loss. That is what got me in all this trouble to begin with. Anyway, all's well that ends well. Y'all have a great day.